Ashlock is a 5-star fortress defender. She originally released alongside Farttooth in A Wanderer in the Wind banner and is currently only available from Headhunting. Ashlock, real name Greynati Kaliska, and also known as Ashley, has 4 years of combat experience, most likely coming from her time with the Pinus Sylvestris Knight Club. She stands at 164 centimeters tall, was born on the 20th of March in Casimir's, and is of the Zalak race, specifically an Eastern Grey Squirrel. In her archive files and promotion record, it's noted that after the Casimir's Major, Greynati and her fellow Pinus Sylvestris members joined Rhodes Island, finding hope as infected in an organization that supported their cause. Although they embraced this new life, Greynati felt lost, unsure of her purpose. Once driven by family and ambition, she now followed Sona and the others far from the knightly life of Casimir's. Despite her uncertainty, Greynati is ready to step forward when needed, just as the noble knights of Casimir's once did. The Pinus Sylvestris Knight Club was founded by Flametail Knight Sona and Ashlock Knight Greynati, two Zalaks who met by chance during a brutal underground knight competition. Despite their differences, they formed a strong alliance, fighting together and later founding their own knight club. Sona's past connection to Greynati's family brought trust and guilt, as her family had failed to protect Sona's hometown from a catastrophe. Together, they now compete for prize money and help the infected in the Grand Knight territory, while seeking better collaborations. Greynati is an unconventional competition knight, quiet and focused on the field, avoiding commercial activities and responding to each fan letter personally. Though flustered by fan attention, she signs autographs with modesty, which has earned her a devoted following. Despite her strong combat abilities, her weaknesses, heavy artillery, slow movement, and vulnerable reload times limit her progress towards becoming a champion of the Major. Though teased by Sona about pursuing an idle knight path, Greynati remains committed to her knightly role. Greynati harbors a deep hatred for the knight nobles, even though she was once one herself. Her family, once prestigious, fell into decline after a strategic failure, and when Greynati contracted oropathy, her relatives shunned her. Her siblings cut ties, her uncles distanced themselves, and her family's elders viewed her as a disgrace, believing the Kaliskas should have no infected members. In a humiliating confrontation, the Knight Primus of her family allowed another noble to use her as an excuse to break a treaty, and later, her entire family unanimously voted to expel her, including her own parents. Heartbroken, Greynati left for the Grand Knight territory, determined to fight her way through the knight competitions to restore her reputation and prove her family wrong. Yet, even as she rises, she remains uncertain about what's to come next. The cannon, once a powerful siege weapon, evolved into modern cannon lances, which Greynati's ancestors used to build their family's fortune. From a young age, Greynati was trained by her grandmother in handling and maintaining these weapons, with hopes she would pass on the skill. However, after her grandmother's passing, her family failed to support her training, leaving Greynati to teach herself and continue the legacy alone. Ash is confirmed to be infected. She has a cell originum assimilation of 7% and a blood originum crystal density of 0.19 parts per liter. The notes in her medical file state there is clear originum crystallization visible on her face and that her infection has tended towards stability. In her character art, drawn by Nori ZC, Ash wears a black open-stomach shirt, black short shorts, and black thigh highs underneath a clear breastplate, beige tactical belt with multiple pouches, armored thigh and shin guards, gray lace-up shoes, a cloak, black armored neck and shoulder guards, a clear and black helmet, and armored arm guards. She holds a large clear shield on her right arm with a diamond pattern and warnings on it, while she holds her massive cannon lance with the same diamond pattern on clear parts in her left. In her voice lines, voiced by Hitomi Ueda, who also voices Kamakagiri in One Piece, Tendo in Chainsaw Man, and Gold Ship in Uma Musume, Ash often talks of other knights.
まさか楊騎士まで雇用関係を受け入れているとは。ロドスはとても不思議な会社ですね。騎士は倒れても這い上がれるかもしれませんが、感染者にそんな情け深い道は残されていません。もし騎士貴族がその誓いと責務を果たしていたら、感染者の境遇はここまでひどいものにはなっていなかったはずです。ただ、貴族なんて。カジミエ主人は皆、騎士貴族が市民を悪から守ることを信じるよりも、大手のセキュリティ会社と契約する方が良いと考えていますよ。お前が感染者になったから、一族が落ちぶれた。全部お前が悪い。そんなことを言われ続けてきました。騎士貴族とはそういうものです。取り柄なんて何一つなくて、弱い者いじめしかできないんですから。ユスティナは私に話しかけるとき、いつも騎士称号を呼ぶんです。どうしてでしょうか。会合という言葉は彼女にとって何か特別なんでしょうか。ソーナとは団体混戦の試合中に知り合いました。あれは厳しい一戦でしたが、初対面ですぐに手を組んで他の選手と戦うことにしたんです。結局、彼女は剣で私のポイントを奪って、でも、その場ですぐに謝ってくれた。それで、コンビとして一緒に行動しているんです。
At E2 level 80 with max trust, potential, and module, Ash has 3,532 HP, 1,017 attack, 591 defense, 0 resistance, a 66-second redeployment time, 25 DP cost, 3 block, and has a 2.8-second attack speed. Her range is the standard range of a fortress defender, that being the 7 tiles that are 2 tiles away from her. At max trust, she gets plus 50 attack and defense. At max pot, she gets minus 2 DP cost, minus 4 seconds to redeploy, plus 32 attack, and a buff to her talent. Her talent, Bombardment Studies, at E2 pot 4, gives Ash plus 10% attack. If the 4 adjacent tiles are ground tiles, she instead gets plus 18% attack. Ash has one base skill, which is upgraded at E2. Pinus Sylvestris Alpha is upgraded to Pinus Sylvestris Beta, which gets plus 25% productivity when assigned to a factory. Ash's first skill, Attack Up Gamma, gains SP over time and is manually triggered, lasting for 30 seconds at all levels. Level 7 starts with 10 SP and needs 35 SP to proc, while M3 starts with 15 and needs 30. At level 7, she gets plus 60% attack. At M3, she gets plus 100% attack. Her second skill, Focus Bombardment, gains SP over time and is manually triggered, lasting 10 seconds at all levels and starting with 10 SP for levels 7 through M3. Level 7 needs 20 SP to proc, while M3 needs 18. At level 7, Ash cannot block enemies and only carries out ranged attacks. Her attack interval is reduced to 1.4 seconds, and she gets plus 40% attack. At M3, it's reduced to 0.98 seconds, and she gets plus 55% attack. Ash has an FOR-X module, named Outdoor Essential Kit, which increases her attack to 110% when attacking blocked enemies. At module level 3, Outdoor Essential Kit fully upgrades Bombardment Studies, making it so that Ash gets plus 12% attack at max pot, but gives plus 22% attack at max pot if the 2 tiles to her front and back are ground tiles. She also gets plus 325 HP and plus 70 attack. To unlock and max out this module, you must have Ashlock at E2 level 50, have 100% trust with her, deal a total of 100,000 damage with your own Ashlock, 3-star Stage 7-9, having your own Ashlock defeat at least 2 Gorilla Heralds. Have 6 module data blocks, 20 data patching strips, 8 data patching devices, 3 RMA 70-24s, 4 refined solvents, 5 polyester lumps, and 150,000 LMD. Ironically enough, Ashlock does her best when not being a defender. Her talent rewards the player with extra attack when the surrounding tiles are ground tiles, 4 without her module and 2 with, meaning that it's kinda discouraging your placing Ashlock in choke points, at least without her module. Ignoring her S1, her S2 also makes it so that she can't block any enemies for 10 seconds in exchange for a decent attack buff, and her attack interval being nearly a third of what it originally was. Her module's additional trait also makes it so that she does 110% damage against blocked enemies. Keyword blocked enemies, not enemies being blocked by her. So place her on a tile with an open space in her S2, and she can be a good stand-in for AoE snipers. And that's the thing with Ashlock, which I find happens a lot with the first operator, especially 5 stars, of a new subclass. They are typically overshadowed by the impending 6-star and are really not all that notable and have a lot of caveats to using them. All her talent does is give her a bit of extra attack for having no raised tiles around her. Her S1 is a generic attack buff, her S2 stops her from blocking, and she really has the same attacks as an AoE sniper, just with less range and lower attack. Said 6-star in Ashlock's case is Horn, who, in my opinion at least, is significantly more useful and versatile than Ashlock. Overall, Ashlock is simply outclassed by those who do her job better, with Horn being the same subclass and AoEs doing the same attack as Ashlock, just with better range and more utility. Low to no priority to raise. Thank you for watching. Please follow my Twitter and Blue Sky for updates, and please check out my other Azure Lane and Girls Frontline videos as well. There will be a teaser out tomorrow for next week's character summaries.